So I wanted to do the podcast tonight, but also the Game Awards was on tonight, and I really want to see what the Game Awards was hitting on. So I ended up not doing the podcast. I usually do the podcast like around 10 o'clock at night because everybody's usually here, and people get their stuff off. Um, Turns out what Game Awards get past 10, so I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll do it tomorrow, which is good because a lot of things that came in today I could just move on tomorrow. And especially I'm going to be talking about Britney Griner thing. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. The first time, because I don't know if it's on this channel or not, that I've talked about Britney Griner, but I know I've talked about it on the podcast, and I don't want to sound like a hypocrite when I say this, because what you, before I got into the details about what the fuck happened to Britney Griner, the way they was explaining her crime, you would have thought she was like motherfucking dealing some weed in the fucking in Russia over there. She was trying to be fucking kingpin of fucking Russia over there. So, because everybody's like, well, she broke the law and she need to go to jail for it. And here and I used to be one of those people. I tell you, you gotta break when you really break down what they did and how it affects the laws. Because some people's just like, if you break the law, you go to jail. But sometimes you ever just like you did something you didn't know was illegal. Like my father told me, and if you're in a voting line for like elections for the voting line, you can't give you can't give nobody, you can't save a spot for nobody. That's illegal. You also can't give them food or water. It's just like if my grandfather is thirsty, I can't go get him water. I go to jail for that. It's like, yeah, and it's like, imagine going to jail too. Or you broke the law. It's like my grandfather was dying. He was dying of thirst. He's like, I wanted to give him water, and then they throw you to jail for that. You be like, anybody like you would have heard that. You be like, oh, that's bullshit. But most people would be like, well, you broke the law. Shouldn't have done it. So when you really break down what the fuck she really did, like she just had a vape pen. Do you think she really should have been doing 9 years for a vape pen? Now, at first it's just like, well, she broke the law. I mean, I was thinking, like I said, but and again, I didn't think it was. Also, didn't think she was going to get 9 years, or like I don't think she should have got time at all. I'm not a weed smoker, but at the same time, I don't think you should go to jail for weed. But that's just me. And then once you, and, but I'm hearing people. It's just like there's no in between when it comes to this Britney Griner shit. It's either she deserves to be in jail, or the bitch just had a vape. She just had a vape pen. We really just, and then you bring the whole thing about the arms dealer and that coming in is like you have to trade this. Like basically, they traded Britney Griner for an arms dealer. So take that how you want it. Like I said, I'm interested in how some people are going to respond on the podcast. So I just told them, like, one of them already was about to say something. I said, yo, save it for the podcast. It's like, you get to just so you can let this shit out. Because I know he's sitting on shit. What do I think my opinion on it? She should have never been in jail. I don't know why the fuck they get, that was like 9 years for a vape pen. Now, be mindful, I've been overseas before. Because of I was prior military. I've been to France, Dubai, uh, Suda, uh, Suda Greece, and Bahrain. Now, France, I didn't really get a sit down, and nor for Greece. People was telling me how beautiful Greece was. You get the beautiful Greece. People in France, you get that. France is cool. And I was in Marseille, France. So, but anyway, France is cool. But Dubai, they had to sit us the fuck down. And like when I tell you, we had to sit down and like the Chiefs was like, the Chiefs was dead ass serious about this, and it's just like y'all motherfuckers, y'all have to learn. Y'all not it. The first thing they let us know, you're not in America no more. You're under their laws. Yes, you are. Follow America's jurisdiction, but when you're over there, you follow their laws. They have, and they explain to you, they have some customs that you know. If you do this, you will get in fucking trouble. You can't do this. You can't do that. They break down what you can or can't do, just so you won't get in trouble because they said they want everybody to get over it. Dubai is very clean. You better not litter. If you have trash, keep it in your pocket. It's like they were saying you best about spit on the fucking ground. It was that it's like they're very Dubai is very clean. It's very anal retentive, as I was saying. And then they got these customs, the Muslim customs, and they was like, if you a woman, and I know like in America you got more freedom of rights. It's just like y'all rights ain't that free over there. It's like so you find yourself arguing with a man, they might have the upper hand. It's like you got to watch out. It's like I tell people all the time. It's just like I know everybody like Dubai. I said, but you as a woman, it's like I know some of the females they love Dubai. I was like, I don't know. Now, granted, Dubai is hot. That was the first thing. That's the first thing I said. If you ask me what do you think about Dubai, I said it was hot as fuck, and it was a cool experience. Don't get me wrong. It was a cool experience, but I also said I don't know if I would like come back to visit in Dubai because I don't want to get in. And me, this is just me personally. I don't want to get in trouble for some shit that I don't know what the fuck is doing. It's like I don't know what the fuck the law is, and I don't want to get into like Dubai is that type of place where if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, you might get in trouble for it. I don't want to risk that. That's why I said it was like if I go back, I go back, but I'm not. I'm not one of those people who's just like, yo, can't wait to go back to Dubai. Suda Bay, Greece, fucking beautiful. I would love to go back to Suda Bay, Greece. Any time of the day. I would love to go back over there. Now, back to the Britney Griner thing. She shouldn't have did 9 years for. They was gonna make her do 9 years for a fucking vape pen. A vape pen. Like, but also I've realized that the people that was just like like, and I'm this is what I know is the people was just like she should have stayed in jail. It's like they have, it's like really strong opinions about it, and it makes I don't want to say it makes me look at them crooked, but it's just like why is it so fucking strong? Like why is your opinions about this so fucking strong? Is it and I don't want to say it's because she's black or is this because she's a black woman because it shouldn't even get to that amount. But and this is coming from black men, and I'm hearing this from black men. White men, I'm pretty sure hearing that too because we traded her for an arms dealer, and I know a lot of people are pissed off about that. But that's another thing. But I'm like, yo, you didn't even and then comes like and there's like there's other people over there. I was like you wouldn't know unless Britney Griner got in trouble. It's like most of y'all wouldn't even know that there are still people holding over there. That they're holding people over there. None of y'all wouldn't know unless it was Britney Griner. Now, I think Britney also. I'm not gonna. I think she's lucky she's to come home. And if I was Britney Griner, I would never go across the fucking pond again. I said, I'm staying my ass in America. And I'm pretty sure the wife is like, you're never going overseas again. if, if I was Britney Griner's wife, I'm like, baby, you're never going overseas again. You say you can go ahead and get a job at Baylor, be a fucking coach or some shit like that, but we don't need you over there fucking risking your life over a fucking vape pen. Because anybody as a black person, and this is why a lot of people, if you wonder why, this is one of this is one of the many reasons black people do not fuck with the law like that. More or less cops, but the law in general, because some of the laws is just like when you put it on other people, it's not as severe. But for some reason, when black people, especially black men, and for this instance, Britney Griner, because this happens to black women too, it's it's like much worse. Like I said, 9 years. When you think about that, it's like 9 years for a vape pen, and that's what we're breaking it down for. It's like, damn, they was really. And I'm pretty sure she looking like them niggas was really gonna lock my ass up. But I am gonna say this. I'm glad she's home. Um, I'm glad she fucking get to see her wife. I get to see her family. Hopefully, she gets to be in the WNBA. And but I, whew, the people that's been going on about this, I feel like I don't know. I want to hear a lot of people's opinions, but most of it was just like, damn, y'all really going hard. It's like some people's like y'all should stay over there. I was like, yeah, it's it's weird hearing that saying that, especially from our peoples, because we know that sometimes the law is against us. But I don't know. Maybe that's just like some things we need to look into because a lot of people look at it as self hatred and all that stuff. I just look at it as just that we're very law abiding, but at the same time, we're black when it comes to black people. I was like, we tell people it's not that we're law abiding. I think that's wonderful, but when you break the law, we're all you worse because we know that sometimes if you break the law, you may never come back home, and it's been proven on that. Especially when there's people like in jail for no fucking reason, or they've been lied to, or mistaken identity, and all that other stuff. Last thing you need to be doing is fucking up. That's the last thing. It's like I don't watch white people get off scot free of, shit that they get caught on camera with, and I see white people go away scot free. So, and I've seen black people fucking go to jail off of hearsay. So it's a lesson in that. But as for Brittany Griner, that's I think I hope she mentally she's okay because I know that shit was probably tough for her. So I hope mentally she's okay and she's able to pull herself together where she can continue living life because at 32 she's 32 as well. Like no one should really go through that shit over a fucking vape pen. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Till then, my name is Oskino Fly, and I'm out. Peace.